Now, this is really, really exciting because, well, it's quite hot in here because we've got so many guests, I'll be honest with you. We're now on Facebook Live and we are joined by, do you want to be referred to as Bearded? Do you want to be referred to as your proper name? What do we call you? How do we address you?
Mate, I'm just grateful that anyone wants to talk to me. So however you want to, you can choose.
Lord of the Water?
Whatever you want.
The Water Guru?
Whatever makes you happy.
The Water Guru we're going to go for. So, the Water Guru is the owner and founder of Crag Spring Water and is now better known as Bearded Water. Now, this is the word I struggle with. Is it sommelier?
Sommelier.
Sommelier.
It's a French word.
And that means just you're an expert of water, or can you be that in other things?
Wine. There are wine sommeliers, cheese sommeliers, I believe. So yeah, there are other forms of sommelier. Wine is the most common.
And how long have you been sharing your passion of water for?
Yeah, so the whole thing's an accident. About 3.5 years, I started creating content on social media and with zero expectation that anybody was going to be interested other than laugh at me talking about water. And that's how I went into it.
Well, we won't be laughing at you this morning. Because this is quite staggering, and you are so passionate about water. We have guests on who are passionate about all sorts of things, but we've never had one who's so excited about water. And it's amazing, really, because how this all happened for you, it was a bit of an accident, really, because you needed somewhere to live.
Yeah.
You bought a discounted pub, as you do,
Yeah.
and then you discovered that underneath the pub is some of, would you say, the world's best water?
That's subjective.
Okay.
It's beautiful water. The way it was told to me at the time was it was the finest water that they'd ever drilled in 40 years of drilling water. So that's how it was kind of when I first found out about it. And then that was the beginning of the new part of my life, which is now going to be the rest of my life, which is talking about the most important liquid on planet Earth, water.
And it is. When you think about it, it is the most important liquid because
correct.
If we don't have water,
Correct.
we have no life.
Yeah, we've been trained to ignore it. We've been trained to look at Roller Cola and Fanta and Bango and all this rubbish that is really, really not good for us. And that's what we've then become trained to consume. And then we crave these strong flavours and additives and artificial rubbish because the brain is programmed to crave sugar and to survive. So when we mix this, we've got this primeval brain that we've evolved with. We're now living in a world of consumption of highly addictive flavours and tastes, and we've been trained to ignore water. And I'm hoping that by talking about this, people can re-engage with it and learn to fall in love, because that's the thing with water. Before you can love water, you need to learn about it. You need to put the hours in, the effort in, because if you don't understand it, if you're drinking tap water wondering why you don't like water, then that will be why.
Now, Fraser's first question, because Fraser's here, he simply said, you must be hydrated all the time.
You must be, right? Because, I mean, I certainly don't drink enough water.
Yeah.
I probably should drink more water. But what I started doing is having water and then mixing in the electrolyte sachets. Mm-hmm. Because at my work, we work with a brand that makes them. And so I have a free supply of them. Yeah. Because my thing is, I have in the past made a conscious effort to drink way more. Yeah. Right? But I still end up with headaches. I still end up feeling tired and groggy. But then actually, since having those sachets, it has helped. Do they help? Is that something that you need, or is it marketing?
Yeah, it's brilliant marketing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's brilliant marketing. So,
that is my job, so I'm doing a great job.
What we have to understand is that minerals are electrolytes. So when you're buying a sachet with electrolytes to add to your drink, water has minerals. Minerals are electrolytes.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about the varying amounts of electrolytes in these waters today, because the more electrolytes, the more minerals, the stronger the taste of those minerals, depending on the composition of the minerals. So the less minerals, the more neutral the taste of water. The more minerals, the more water tastes.
Okay.
So if we're looking for the ultimate, I've been into sports and fitness my whole life. Yeah. If we're looking for the ultimate sports drink, it will be coming in the world of water, because we don't have any of the artificial sweeteners, preservatives, additives, E-numbers, sugars. There's 250 different terms in the food industry for sugar. So they've managed to manipulate the word sugar into lots of different ways. So water is human medicine, and everything else isn't.
So all you need to be doing is drinking good water.
Yeah, but understanding what it is. So we need to understand the market, because the marketplace, especially the bottled water marketplace, is completely it's smoke and mirrors.
Okay.
It's absolute marketing and branding, and I'm trying to break it down now so that people can understand that with the right knowledge, you don't need a lot of money to drink the best water. You just need knowledge, and with that knowledge, you can drink good water, and that's my passion. That's what I want to do.
Now, you're introducing us to your drinks. Have you ever tried Cherry Pepsi Max?
Never tried Cherry Pepsi Max.
You've never had Cherry Pepsi
No,
Max?
I did used to do a feature, because people find it fascinating that I only drink water. So I would do a feature of me reacting to a different drink. So I would be delighted to do a reaction.
That sounds...
I've not brought any.
That's
I've
wild.
got
that
some in
you've
the
not
car.
had.
Oh, wow.
I think now,
He always
just to
has.
say, I don't. I am trying my best to ease off it, and I'm
What
down
is it
to
called again?
Cherry Pepsi Max. You must have heard about this, sure.
Gareth
I've never
Gareth
heard of such a
Gareth
monster.
once said to me, because Pepsi Max is zero sugar, okay? That's like the main thing, okay? And so Gareth once said to me, it's practically like drinking water because there is no sugar in it. And
brown water. It's like
The other
drinking
thing-
brown.
I
You
mean-
wouldn't be drinking brown water.
I once said as well, now I feel rather embarrassed seeing as
Yeah.
we've got a water expert here, but if I was ever blessed with wealth, I would have a sink and a tap that just pumps out Cherry Pepsi Max rather than water.
I'd have Diet Coke on tap.
I wouldn't bath in it,
No.
but I would certainly.
No.
It is a taste sensation.
It is.
I've got to introduce you to this.
It is good.
But anyway, we are probably offending Doran
Not
so
at all,
much
no,
here.
because this is a massive hidden addiction. There are millions of people who are addicted to these crazy drinks, especially Diet Coke.
Diet Coke's
And
amazing.
the
that's
Diet
why.
Coke headache. There's the Diet Coke daily headache that people report. I get people reaching out to me all the time on social. I'm addicted to fizzy drinks, and this is where I'm hoping that by introducing water, you guys will feel better.
Okay, all
I
right.
wouldn't necessarily say I'm addicted to it. I'd just say that I cannot go an hour without having it. That's all I'd say.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm addicted. I just say that I start to try and peel my skin when I haven't had one in a bit.
That's fair enough. Yeah, nice to know.
So what are we going to do?
Yeah.
Now, we are on Facebook Live if you'd like to have a look at... I mean, that is an impressive beard to start with.
Well, could I not share this Facebook Live on my Facebook
You
Live?
can, by
Well,
all
how do I
means,
do that?
share your Facebook Live on
No,
our...
how do I share your live
On your Facebook.
on my Facebook?
Go-
The guy sat next to you
I'll help
here,
you.
Fraser,
Right, here we go,
he
here we
knows
go.
all that kind
Go-
of stuff. In
go-
fact, we can all do this now, can't we?
Yeah,
Right.
all right. So go to Facebook.
Page not found. That's a good start.
Yeah, okay. Go to Connect Radio.
Shall we do this off there, or shall we
That's
ask
probably-
the
can do
listeners
this on
to
air.
do the same? Because
That's a great idea.
Right,
Let's do
so
the same.
we're
right,
all.
well, you've got no signal, so that isn't a
doesn't
great
help.
start.
No.
All right, we'll get you on the Wi-Fi and then
Okay.
we'll carry on. All right.
Right, we'll get that sorted. But we are on Facebook Live right now, so you will be able to see and almost see the reaction of us with proper water. Now, I'm really excited for this because I've been handed over, and I think I'm on that camera there. We have got your official water here. Now, these are quite hard to come by, aren't they, I think? Or is that still the case? Because I asked you about a month ago.
Yeah.
They'd all gone.
TikTok shop. So every time we put them on TikTok shop, they sell really quick. so if people could stop buying them so quickly,
It reminds
it would
me
mean they
of,
would last longer.
It reminds me of Liquid Death.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's
I'm an avid drinker of Liquid Death.
good. Okay.
Because I like fizzy water.
Yeah.
I like flavoured water.
Flavored water
Diet
is no
Cola
longer
as well. You're a big
water.
fan of.
Okay, all right,
That's
yeah.
flavored
But
brown water.
It's it's good. What are your thoughts on Liquid Death?
Brilliant marketing.
Yeah,
Brilliant marketing.
that's it.
Brilliant marketing.
The actual water.
Water actually happens to be good water, but they
Okay.
don't value it.
Okay.
So they've pulled out of worldwide sales. I don't know
Yeah,
if you're aware.
yeah, they have,
So they're now
yeah.
concentrating on North America only.
Yeah.
Great marketing, great branding, but I'd like to think we're going to do it a lot better.
Okay, nice,
A lot better.
exciting.
Have you thought of a sub-brand called Liquid Life?
Liquid
Yeah, well,
Life.
funnily enough,
Cash in on that.
I did a little mock-up. I put that can, you can probably find it online somewhere, but I put that can in a mini coffin. and titled it Liquid Life.
Keep it light, man.
Well,
Yeah.
It's a
I thought
breakfast
it was
show.
a play on Liquid Death.
Yeah.
And they're in the
Did you get
coffin.
sued? Or?
No,
Okay.
no,
Not yet.
Nice. Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay. Cool.
So,
good to know.
we will get it shared on all of our Facebooks.
That's a good idea.
And we will be going live with the taste test. And not only will we be drinking stuff, you've also brought cheese as well.
I know.
cheese,
I'm confused
chocolate.
about the cheese.
We've got some chocolate, which you asked me to bring.
So the power of water is, I imagine I'm here on the back of the water menu that was launched a couple of weeks ago in Upper Pot. So the introducing food and water, in my opinion, I'm a foodie, is a culinary experience that people need to understand before they die. Because to understand the power of water, basically the water lines your mouth with foods that we wouldn't season. That's the principle.
It's Connect Radio, morning and welcome. Now on a Friday we do have guests. Tim isn't here with us, if you haven't noticed, by the way. If you haven't noticed that Tim isn't here, then that's a bad sign.
What are you talking about? I'm Tim.
But we've got the Reverend Fraser Cottrell instead, who is here.
That's me.
Who will be telling us all about his theology later on, which I'm looking forward to. And the theology of water, you see what I did there, will be discussed by our friend Doran. And this is something that we've been excited for. Just run through a little bit about boiling this good quality water, because when you arrived, this is the first drink of tea you've had in 2 years, did you say?
Yeah, well, a long time.
Wow, okay. Yeah. And you said, right, use the water that you've brought, Crag Spring, and boil it and it will be a taste sensation. I felt a bit guilty doing that because it was like almost spoiling it, but you said that improves it.
Yeah, 100%. So 95% of a cup of tea or coffee is water. And again, because we've just been trained to ignore the value of water, we don't appreciate that if you pour away the chlorinated water in your kettle and use a beautiful bottle of natural water, and different natural waters will yield different results in your tea or coffee depending on the mineral composition of the water. And I've done experiments with coffee roasters where I've blown them away with different waters using the same coffee, and the results are nothing short of unbelievable. But yet we've completely ignored it. Again, another example of just how we've ignored water.
And it's the first time you've ever had oat milk as well.
First time I've ever had oat milk. Yeah.
I'd argue oat milk is probably the worst alternative.
You don't know
milk
what
for
you're
tea.
talking about.
It is. It's
I like
awful.
to think that it's like having a drink of porridge. I always think.
I am mildly lactose intolerant. I recently found out, and so I can't drink normal milk, and so I've tested them all in tea at this point because that's my drink of
That's
choice.
your thing.
It's my thing.
That's your role.
Lactose-free milk. It's just the best one. It just tastes like normal milk. It doesn't taste like porridge. It doesn't taste like beans or peas or
So,
like whatever people are making milk out of.
What are we going to do, because you've brought a load of specialist waters. Now, some of these are, well, a lot of them are from around the world, aren't they?
Yep. So we've got waters from all around the world, and we're going to really start, and it's all about minerals. So water with no minerals is H2O with nothing else in it.
Okay.
H2O with nothing else in it is fantastic for electrical appliances, car batteries. It's great for window cleaners because they don't get streaks on the windows.
Okay.
So distilled water is not to be drunk, and that's what H2O is. So this is all about minerals. Seawater is 30 to 40,000 TDS. Distilled water, 0 TDS. And TDS is the measurement of minerals in the water. And what they do is they boil a litre of the water, they evaporate it, and the white powder left at the end is the quantity of minerals in that water. And those minerals get there on the water's journey to the source. So as the water's being filtered by the geology and the land, as it rains, it soaks into the hills, it gets filtered by the geology, and then it picks up minerals from the geology at the same time, and that's what gives water its individual flavour, taste and mouthfeel. And we only taste this at room temperature. When we chill water, we kill it. It has no taste at all because our mouth is at 37 degrees.
Are these minerals always safe? Because I don't know why, again, in my head, I imagine if you've got water which is running through things like peat in the fields and stuff, that maybe it could be unsafe sometimes.
2.6% of the water on the planet is fresh drinking water. So the majority of water is not safe drinking water. Don't ever drink water from a stream or from a river. You can't see bacteria unless you're a microscope. So don't do it. And but people seem to think that it's a cool thing to do.
Have you seen those? I think they're called life straws.
Yes.
Have you seen them? Where I don't know. Gareth probably doesn't know about this, but it's like a big thick straw, and you're meant to carry them around like, you know, if you're on a hike and you get lost somewhere and you don't have any water.
It filters it.
Yeah, and you like suck through, and then it filters through all the stuff, and then it turns it into like, you know, good enough drinking water that you won't die.
Yeah, so being a water sommelier, my passion is with the premium of the category, and
so
not sucking out a muddy
so
puddle.
not sucking out of a
I've got to be honest.
I was wondering why you haven't brought a muddy puddle today, but that's...
I'm focusing on the other end.
Okay,
Appreciating the best. And
I love the fact he'd say mineral water, puddle.
Puddle water. So, distilled water, we shouldn't drink it.
No. There's no minerals in it.
Will it... Yeah, but can we drink it? We just shouldn't, because there's no point.
No, I don't think... Well, I think there are health concerns with drinking distilled water. There are health concerns with drinking water with not enough minerals. There was a report that came out 2025 in the United Kingdom linking super low TDS tap water to early onset of dementia and Alzheimer's, and it was reported in The Guardian due to lacking of calcium and magnesium. So we don't really hear about these stories, but it was reported in The Guardian. But because we're here to consume, we mainly hear about is carry on consuming stories rather than be aware stories.
Interesting.
I'm here for the awareness bit.
Now, I want to crack open one of these here.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I need to do to my palate in order to prepare it?
Yeah, so room temperature.
Which these are
They
already.
are.
Okay.
That's the important thing. The sparkling can be chilled. You can get away with that with sparkling. Right. So really it's just crack it open and enjoy.
Okay,
yeah, that's
this, as we say, is this your premium one?
No, so we have one water coming out of the ground at the Crag Inn. We service that water in reusable glass bottles, which is 99% of our business. So we wash, collect and reuse all of our bottles. All of our customers get their water delivered in crates. And then after that exercise, the next thing, for me, the environment is the forefront of everything we do. And cans are recycled. 95% of cans are recycled in the UK within 6 weeks, which to me is pretty phenomenal.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, and when I found that out, I thought, right, we're going aluminium cans. Because
so all those Diet Coke cans...
You see?
They're
helping the environment.
You're not just helping Coca-Cola.
Yeah, exactly.
We're also helping those little fish in the water to be healthy by drinking Coke Zero.
Right.
Go on, Gareth, you've had a sip.
I think now I can definitely tell the difference out of tap water and this kind of stuff. Definitely, because I can sometimes smell bleach.
Yeah.
I can smell chlorine.
Correct.
When it comes out of the tap, if you leave it to stand for a little bit of time, that will ease off.
Yes.
But you can still taste something with it. Now, this is definitely
the best water you've ever tasted, and everyone should go and buy some.
I would say that apart from Cherry Pepsi Max, this is... I'm joking, of course, but genuinely... This, I can taste quality of it. I'll pass it over to Fraser.
Pass it over the really expensive electrical equipment. Okay, here we go. Thankfully we're brothers, so it doesn't matter if we're
Are you brothers?
We are brothers,
Handy,
Can you not tell?
No.
No, you can't. Okay, good.
Excellent,
okay.
yeah. Handsome one.
One's bald, one's...
Runt of the litter, we like to say. I can definitely tell the difference.
I hate to be a cynic.
That's
it
fine.
just tastes like water. But I'm excited to be educated.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Can you smell chlorine in tap water, just out of interest? If you go and get a glass now. Just go and get a glass.
In fact...
Because I'd be absolutely shocked. Sorry.
In fact, I can even now... And is there different areas which put more chlorine in the water?
Yeah.
Because sometimes if I have a shower, I'll come out dry myself, and then if you lick your hand,
I don't do that often.
You can
especially
smell
not after a shower.
The chlorine, like
maybe before the shower.
You've been swimming.
All right,
here we go.
I've got it. Go on, you have a sniff. Have a huff of that.
It's actually not that bad.
See, we here where
I like
we
how
are,
we've converted him to tap. No,
just put that in your mouth.
Really?
Where we are,
go on,
we're
try
meant
it.
to have good.
Okay.
He's spitting it out. He doesn't even.
Wow.
No, of course, but you can't. So put that in your mouth.
Oh,
The smell
I
is
can actually smell.
Okay,
I
well, I
can.
didn't think the smell was that bad. But as soon as the water's in your mouth, there's no smell because we don't have chlorine. The chlorine is there to kill the bacteria. It's the only reason the chlorine is there. But the chlorine in your mouth you can taste, and then how does it make your mouth feel? So now
Dry.
dry, correct. So it's taken away the lining on the top of your tongue.
Interesting.
Okay, and again, but we can miss all of this
So
easily unless it's highlighted.
this is the tap water.
That's directly from
I can smell
the building's teat.
Definitely.
The tap.
Right. Okay.
So it's taken away the lining of my mouth. So I again, if you're doing media
Definitely.
talk, broadcasting,
Definitely.
the last thing you want is a dry mouth when you're
Yeah.
about to start going into a vocal mode.
Yeah.
Right?
Vocal mode. I like
Vocal
that.
mode.
It doesn't
What a
help.
dreadful superhero. I'm going into vocal mode.
Well, it doesn't help, does it? If you've got a dry
No.
palate and the tongue, and then sometimes with some of these waters, you get dry lips. So there's a water in a minute where it will give you dry lips,
Yeah.
and you're like, and I urge anybody, if you're public speaking, you need to be aware of the water that you are drinking.
Yeah, I can,
That is
without a
interesting,
shadow of a
actually.
doubt, I can tell the difference out
Yeah.
of the tap and your stuff.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I've always thought, particularly in the UK, we are incredibly lucky.
Yeah,
to
that's
have,
what we're told.
to have drinkable
Yeah,
tap
we're
water.
told that a lot.
Right, because like in the US particularly, like
It is worse.
Yeah, you actually can't drink in a lot of states the water that comes out of the tap. So they rely on heavy filtered water, lots
Yeah.
of bottled water and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So what's your opinion on like using a Brita filter,
Yep.
for example, because they're really popular?
Yeah, so Brita, I've got a couple of brilliant things about Brita that I love. Number one, Brita is owned by a company called Clorox, who make chlorine. I think how
Perfect.
ironic. How brilliant is that?
Perfect.
I mean, you couldn't write it.
No.
The second thing is on Brita's website, they claim, and this is the scientific claim that they make, to enhance the smell and taste of tap water. Wow. I mean, that's a scientific claim. Now, the thing with filters is it doesn't matter what filter you add to your tap water, as long as you understand that it's never going to compare to the premium of the category. So tap water is highly processed water before it arrived at your tap. If you're going to then filter it, you're just adding more processes. The debate here is that's processed water. This is natural water that comes out of the ground, is bottled at the source, and untouched by man. So they're all different and unique due to the minerals and the terroir, the geology that the water's picked up on its journey to the source. So it's just, I would never want anybody to think that I'm telling them what to drink. I'm not. You drink what you want to drink. I just want to give people the information so that we understand that the most important liquid on the planet isn't as we've been told, and there is something to look at here. And if you're interested in it, then I'm here to hopefully teach you. And if you're not interested in it, then swipe. We've never met. Who cares? Drink tap. As long as you know what it is.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people are buying. There's just a lot of confusion. So I would urge people, instead of spending the money on Brita filters, go to Aldi or Lidl, buy 12 litres for £2.26 of natural mineral spring water, and you've got the best drinking water in
And
the
that,
world.
even though that is on the cheaper end of
So-
bottled water,
Brilliant.
it's still of a good
Yeah, so what
quality,
we have
because
to
I think
understand...
that's something that people get confused about.
Completely.
Is that they can buy, like
Yeah.
you see people in Costco, right? They buy these like massive packages of all these bottled water. But then you can buy like what's it called, Vosco
Evian
water,
kind of stuff.
like premium expensive water.
Yeah, we'll
Is-
talk about that in a minute.
Is
Good
there a massive difference judging by the price?
So Kirkland, as an example, at Costco, Kirkland Water, they white label. So they don't own their water source.
okay,
They can change their water from one day to the next day because they don't. So they're not claiming it's Hilden or Crag
Yeah.
or Harrogate or Buxton.
yeah, it's
It's
water.
Kirkland, and they're buying it from different
Okay.
sources. So just be aware that it is a natural water, natural mineral spring water, because usually it is. Be aware that they can change the source. So always read the label now with water bottles, because if we don't read the labels, we're just cannon fodder for corporations who basically will sell to us based on branding and marketing and not knowledge and information. So the only difference really is that with the Kirkland waters, they're white labeling, so they can change their water source.
So you're paying for the water source when you're paying for more. When you're paying a premium,
Yeah, you're paying for
the water source.
So the source is the category.
How does that work then? In the sense that, so Buxton Spring, for example,
Yeah.
I always imagine that they've got this factory up in the
Got
hills.
a big tap.
Yeah.
And they literally have a coupler to
Yeah.
the main spring.
Yeah.
What's to stop anybody going
Yeah.
up there and going, well, I will open my factory next to that one?
Well, so Buxton's a funny one because the number one regulation for natural water is bottling at the source.
Right.
Buxton don't. owned by Nestle. They pump it 2 miles.
I didn't know that
One
either.
of my favourites. So you pay a premium for naturally occurring water. It's the premium of the category, not brands. Category, natural mineral spring. You pay a category because bottling at the source is very difficult for producers. So when you get a company like Buxton Water, Nestle, who decide to ignore the regulations and pump the water 2 or 3 miles from the source at St Anne's to Waters Lane, where the factory is, and I urge everybody, go to St Anne's in Buxton, which is one of the most beautiful waters I've ever drunk. It's stunning, but go there with a bottle of Buxton water, and then you can understand the impact that pumping water for miles has on water.
Do you know?
Because
So
it's not the same.
we broadcast nationally, and there'll be people who don't understand that Buxton actually has a public tap.
Yeah,
where
spring.
it comes out of.
Correct.
A spring, not
Yeah,
tap.
a spring.
And you can literally
Didn't we
go
go
there.
there?
Yeah,
We've
it's
been there
beautiful.
loads of times.
It's beautiful
Yeah.
water.
And me and Sam, my wife, and our friends, we go there all the time, and it
you
comes
see
out
people
warm.
Yes.
filling up the
Beautiful.
water.
Yeah,
But I remember
and
now. Yeah.
it comes out warm.
It does.
And then there's a corner shop across, which is selling it in the bottle, which is called Buxton Spring. And I've always thought, surely nobody's daft enough to go over there and buy it when it's here for free. They do. They actually do buy
souvenirs,
it.
isn't it? A lot of people buy it with souvenirs. But I agree. The most environmentally friendly way of drinking water is to go on a website called findaspring.org, which is
Right.
a database of free springs. Findaspring.org, free springs throughout the whole country. They are a lot of them are licensed with testing data. The historical springs that people have been drinking from for hundreds of years, and it's really important that we keep them going. because-
Interesting. So, for example, the spring underneath your building.
Yeah.
Okay. How big is that?
Yeah.
And do you own it?
Yeah. So it's a hole in the ground. It's a borehole that was drilled. It's 27 meters deep. When they drill boreholes, you have to register them with the British Geological Survey. So it's a registered borehole. They then have to quantify the output of the borehole, and our particular borehole is about 700,000 litres a day, which is a ridiculous amount of water.
So it'll never ever run out.
No. So when they first drilled it, they connected a 4-inch pipe to it and opened it full bore, connected it to the river
I'll
to
blast
time
it.
how
Just-
long it would take to drain it.
Wow.
And after 2 days, they turned it off because they couldn't drain it. They couldn't pump it out quick enough.
So
Where's that coming from?
I was just about to ask that.
Rain. So it's the cycle of water. So the water we're drinking today is the same water the dinosaurs were drinking millions of years ago. There's exactly
I can
the same.
taste it. I can taste the
You're
dinosaur.
drinking dinosaur wee. We're drinking our ancestors' wee, and that is the cycle of water. The difference these days is that in our wisdom, we are now polluting sources with forever chemicals, and we are damaging our sources of water, our life support machines, with crazy chemicals that we've invented that are polluting sources forever. So I urge people even more that we need to wake up and understand that we need to protect our life support system on this planet. It's probably a really good idea.
A few people asking about rainwater. Would it be safe to collect it and then just basically drink it?
No.
Why?
Definitely not. So rainwater, when the rain droplet is formed, that moment of creation in the cloud, for the first millisecond, that raindrop is distilled water with nothing else in it. It's just H2O. But the moment that drop falls, it's now being contaminated with airborne pollution, contamination,
I
and
didn't think
dirt.
about that.
So it would be fine for everything like, I don't know, flushing your toilet, washing, maybe feeding your plants, watering your plants. I would be careful doing other things with rainwater. Depending on where you live, there are people in the world that do bottle rainwater. I know a company in Tasmania called Pure Mist Water, and they collect the morning mist on fishing nets. But because they're in Tasmania, there's no pollution.
I was going to say, yeah, surely it depends massively on how on how polluted your air is. If
completely.
you live in,
Yeah, northwest of England wouldn't be a good idea.
No, probably not.
Right.
No, especially near a
Around
main
Trafford
road.
Park.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is to play a song, and we'll get the water set up ready to go, because you've got so many different ones here, and Doran will be telling us about what to taste for, because presumably, I've heard you say this before, the TDS,
Correct.
that's right, I
Total
think, isn't
dissolved
it?
solids.
So the higher that is,
Yeah.
the more taste you'll get. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely right.
And it's all personal preference.
Correct.
So some people will like it high,
Correct.
other people may like it low, and
Correct.
so on. So a lot of people asking about the practicalities of when you bore a hole. Now, just to say that you haven't personally
No,
bored the hole, have you?
It was there when I bought the property.
So
it
is
was already
there
there. Interesting.
is there some sort of pump, I guess, that you have to have going all the time that pumps it out of the hole in the ground?
Yeah, so at the bottom of the the bottom of the hole is a pipe, and the pipe has a pump on it. That pump is connected. This is getting very technical. I wasn't expecting this.
It's interesting, though.
Come on.
So this is
so
that pipe
We've
is
caught him out at last.
that pipe is connected to a pressure vessel. So as soon as somebody opens a tap, the pressure drops in the system. That fires the pump.
Interesting.
And you can see videos of the factory on your TikTok and your other socials. And I love the fact that there was one I saw, and it was just you and a load of your employees literally on this conveyor belt, and this tap is constantly going, and you're filling up the bottles and sealing them up.
Correct. Well, we have a machine. We have a capping machine.
But it is amazing.
That's literally...
That's it.
How it works.
Yeah, so it does. Honestly, trust me, it's not as easy as it sounds, right?
But in theory, it's just water comes out.
Water comes out the ground. Goes. Yeah, and if you told me I'd be doing it, I wouldn't have believed you. And if you told me how hard it would be, I also wouldn't have believed you.
Actually, question. So, from the so you mentioned before about Buxton Spring, how. You know, when you buy it commercially, it comes through all these pipes. It's collecting a lot of rubbish on the way.
Well, no, they're pumping it. Also, they're pumping it from the source to the factory.
Yeah, but in that process, it's collecting.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, all right, okay. So
Nestle.
The how do you ensure? Even though it's a short journey, yours are still coming through pipes to get to your bottling.
Yeah,
right,
20 meters.
How do you ensure that it's not getting any rubbish through the pipes?
So
like,
the
are you replacing
all
those
the testing
pipes?
regime is done after that.
Okay.
So everything is tested after those pipes. So
okay.
we do testing daily, annually, risk assessment 5 yearly.
And then if it drops, you know, and you're not happy, you just replace the pipe and just go again?
So the hole was drilled in 1990. So we're talking 35 years.
Yeah.
And in 35 years of collecting data, it's been nothing other than perfect.
Do you?
So it has it has history on its side.
There are so many questions coming in here, and you've really sparked interest here with our audience. But just before I go through those, one question said, "Is there ever any insects that could get into the water flow, and you're pumping it into a bottle, and you're like, oh look, a little spider?"
Yeah, no, brilliant
Does that
question.
happen?
So boreholes are far safer than surface springs. There's only one surface spring, as far as I'm aware of, in the UK, and that is St Anne's, Buxton, where the water is collected at the surface, which is why they have it enclosed. It's almost like a tomb, and it's locked off and gated, so you can't get to it, so that you don't get animal contamination or animal pollution in there. So with our borehole, as an example, being 27 metres below the ground level, there is no oxygen and there is no daylight, so there is no bacteria. So borehole water is much safer than surface water because it eliminates any surface contamination or animal contamination immediately.
Now, just to go through this website again, was it findaspring.org?
Yes.
So Rachel's been on it, and she said, "I've just searched and I've found 2 springs near me I didn't know even existed.
Thank you.
This is so interesting." It really is.
I bet I know your perfect holiday.
Go on.
Okay. Going on that website and visiting every single spring that you can possibly see. Is that like the perfect day out?
We were on holiday last week, and I suffer on holiday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I suffer.
Why?
I can't. I'm not here to switch off. I'm not here for that.
I'm a bit like that.
I can't. I need. I have my rhythm and my routine in life, and then
I'm
suddenly,
exactly like that.
Well, I'm supposed to sit on a beach for a week. Do me a favour.
I can't do that.
What is the fuck?
Right.
Sorry.
Let's try some of the waters you've got.
Yes.
Then.
Yeah.
Do we sort of start off with certain ones and then build up?
Yeah. So we're going to work our way up the mineral scale. So we're starting with a water from Norway called Lofoten, 40 TDS. So 50 TDS and below is considered super low category of water. 50 to 200 TDS is low, 200 to 500 is medium TDS, 500 to 1200 is high, 1200 plus is super high. And we're going to be playing with all of it.
It's a nice bottle.
Okay.
Beautiful bottle.
Really.
So how much of the enjoyment for you is the bottle? Because a lot of these come in beautiful bottles.
The bottle is it's fur coat, no knickers for me. The bottle's almost irrelevant.
Okay.
It's the water.
Right.
If the water's beautiful, then I might appreciate a beautiful bottle.
Okay.
But if you're going to show me a beautiful bottle and a crap water,
Right.
that's the complete fur coat no knickers. That's what I call them.
If you can just, Fraser, hold the bottles up as we go.
Yeah, we'll do.
Right,
the
so I'm going to
camera.
teach you now
Okay, here
what
we go.
we're going to do. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So when we taste water, when we're doing a water tasting, if you can put the water in your mouth like a mouthwash and swirl it around your mouth like a mouthwash for about 4 or 5 seconds, in between your lips and your gums, get it all around, swallow it. That's calibrating the palate. Okay. The next mouthful, you're going to sip and taste water, and then we're going to stop and talk about it.
Okay.
So let's go.
Here we go.
Bottoms up.
And swallow and drink. And hopefully,
Let's try again.
what you're going to notice, there's no taste with this water, it's mouthfeel. So hopefully you're going to notice that your tongue and the top of your tongue and your mouth have gone dry, your lips start to go a little bit numb, and it's stripping away the lining of your mouth on its journey
Is that helpful?
to the source. Well, no, because this is demonstrating why super low water with no minerals isn't adding to your body. So I don't know if you can feel that.
It's definitely I'm getting a similar to the tap water we had before.
Correct. So
And that was the point.
correct.
Okay, all
That's
right,
the
good,
point.
okay.
That's what we're looking at. So this is mouthfeel.
Okay.
This as well, to me, smells a lot like sort of like it sort of has that metallic-y.
Okay, so
Is
the
that
metallic
right?
is the taste. So because there's
Okay.
no minerals, it doesn't have a smell, but because there's no minerals, the taste profile would be given metallic. But the mouthfeel, for me, I can't, it's that lips. I can feel it on my lips, feel it on my tongue. It's
So,
tacky.
to be clear, rubbish water.
Well, not rubbish water, but Voss is exactly the same, 40 TDS.
Okay.
So if you're drinking
The
natural
lower
water,
end of the
so I would
scale.
rather drink super low TDS natural waters than tap.
Okay.
I would rather
if you had the option.
Of course.
Okay.
That's
understood.
interesting.
But that's my least favourite in the world of natural water.
Okay.
So the conversation, we have to be a little bit pragmatic and understand it's not black and white, I'm afraid, in water. Now, Crag, at 120 TDS, if you want to pass.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is the
I'll
good
wait
stuff,
Well,
Gareth.
so at Crag, what's going to happen is straight away do exactly the same thing again, but your mouth will feel relined immediately.
Okay.
And that's due to sodium, magnesium, and calcium in the water that reline your mouth at 120 TDS. So what your experience is now is 120 versus 40 TDS.
And let's just say that before you opened up officially,
Yeah.
the guy who examined this said that
Yeah.
it's some of the greatest water he's ever experienced.
He said it was one of the finest waters he'd ever drilled by a mile.
in
20 years. 40 years.
40 years. Okay.
Correct. Right. Crag. Swirl it around your mouth. And swallow it. Now, hopefully what you notice, as soon as Crag is in your mouth, it just feels beautiful. It has a beautiful mouthfeel. I call it has the mouthfeel of a silk tea bag. I know.
It is quite sort of soft, isn't it? I'd
Silky,
say.
creamy,
Yeah.
smooth water. You don't have to, there's no effort in swallowing it. It just glides down your chute. Happy days.
That's the technical term.
No effort. No flavour. But feels beautiful. So when I first started going out selling this, people would say to me, I didn't know water could feel like that. Creamy.
It doesn't taste like anything.
No, has no taste
Which
at
is
120.
Which is a strange thing to say when we're here tasting.
But if you just hold the water in your mouth, though, just keep it in your mouth. A bit more than that, Fraser. What's wrong with you here? What's going on here? Right? But when you just hold that water in your mouth, it has a pleasant feeling. It just sits beautifully in the mouth. It sits differently to that, the super low water.
I feel like I can only tell it because I have just tried.
And that's the point.
That
And
one.
that is why this bit works, because we're lining them up.
Yeah.
And this water tasting only works when we're lining them up. And if we were going to try random water one day, another, you're never going to notice a difference. But when we line them up and we talk about it and we understand where we're going to taste. So now as we go up to the next water, 300 TDS.
Just to say as well,
Sorry.
on the roof of my mouth now, it's almost like if I was to have buttered toast,
Okay, silky.
you almost have that lining.
Correct. It's like it relubricates the mouth instantly.
Yeah.
So that strips the
I get
lining
that,
away.
yeah,
That
interesting.
relines your mouth. and makes your mouth feel. And when I've had a drink of Crag, my mouth feels wet. That's how I expect my mouth to feel. But I used to drink waters before I knew anything about water and think, why does my mouth feel dry? And this is why.
Interesting.
Do you have to put the TDS reading on water?
Only on naturally occurring waters. So as part of natural mineral spring water regulations, you have to have a typical analysis, a source address, so that people can differentiate, which is why with smart water, which I call dumb water, they don't, because it's highly processed water. So dumb water is the dumbest water on the planet.
Okay, so on yours, there will be a TDS.
Correct. We have
value.
a typical analysis.
Where is that?
We will be taking as well 10% of all sales which go to his website, because people saying this is so interesting. Susan has been in touch and she says that this is so interesting here
because they think no one's reading it.
I never knew that water had so much character to it, and she says that I'll be rewatching this back later on.
I would definitely suggest doing what we're doing now, in terms of tasting from one end of the scale to the other, because I feel like that's the only way that you're going to actually tell the difference.
Correct.
Because if you just picked up, some of your water and tasted it, it'd feel different in your mouth, but you would have almost forgotten what tap water or what other tap. Water tastes like.
I am aware of the time. We will continue this, I think.
We've only done 2 blooming waters.
We will continue this after 9 o'clock, but we've got 5 minutes before the news, so I want you to give us the next water.
Let's be fast about it.
And for us to see what this one is.
This one's a video. I need some video footage on here.
Okay.
So this is a water called Iskildi. I'm half Danish.
I heard
Ignore that.
If you hold that up to your camera there. Oh, he's shaking it.
Iskildi turns white when you shake it.
That's interesting. Why is he doing that?
Why does he do that? I'll show the camera. Look how it clears from the bottom.
How come
Imagine the next time you go to a party, instead of picking up a £3 bottle of wine from the petrol station that no one's going to be interested in, you're the cool dude that turns up with a beautiful bottle. So it does it because it's so oxygen rich.
Right.
And it's the only water I know that does that.
He's still doing it.
Yeah, it's just
amazing.
a beautiful.
I can't wait
so
to
now
try
at
this
300 TDS, we start tasting Mother Nature, and you're going to taste it at the sides and the back of your tongue, and it's delicate. This isn't roller cola. Okay. Remember, swirl it around your mouth. That story again. You can keep these waters, by the way.
Oh, lovely.
So after you swallow, there is a slight aftertaste.
Something
very delicate.
Definitely there.
There is an aftertaste.
Thank you. I'm shocked that you can taste this, being a roller cola man and a flipping Diet Coke. I'm shocked that you could. I'm so impressed.
There is genuinely an aftertaste.
Delicate.
I can't pinpoint it.
And if it was chilled, you wouldn't even notice it.
Well,
I wouldn't notice it.
I can't. That's annoying me, that, because
This is going to sound so weird. Okay, so I have an allotment. Okay, and what that tastes like is what the air smells like at the allotment.
Yeah. Okay.
it tastes like when I go up there in the summer and everything's blooming and everything's like, things are happening. I can taste that smell. That is the weirdest thing I've experienced.
I still can't quite compare it to anything else, though.
Yeah, good. That's
like if I had some food, I could say like that tastes a bit like chicken. It tastes a bit like something. But with this,
the only thing I can compare it to, from my experience, I used to do a little bit of open water swimming. And sometimes you're swimming in a reservoir or a lake and you get a splash of pond in your mouth. And it's that earthy taste.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I agree.
Earthy Mother Nature.
Yeah,
minerals.
I'm impressed by that.
That is really interesting, actually.
That's
like the first one where I was like,
okay, well, it's only going to get better than this.
Oh, I'm so
just warming up here.
I never thought that at 8:58 on a Friday morning I'd be this excited about tasting different waters.
Funny, isn't it?
We'll be back after the news. Tell us quickly about how we can find out more about you and your waters that you've got.
So I'm on TikTok as the Bearded Water Sommelier, Bearded Fine Waters, Instagram, Bearded Water Sommelier, Facebook, Durham Binder, and Crag Springwater. This all happened by accident. If you told me I'd be sat here talking to people and doing media. Yesterday I did German television, RTL.
Sorry about that.
Well, if you told me, though, that I'd be doing this, talking about water, I would not have believed you. So I'm just so grateful for the opportunity, for everybody who gives me the chance to talk.
We love it.
And I'm just humble and grateful. Thank you, the universe.
And for those asking, we will be putting this up on YouTube, the whole video, so you can walk through us about what tasting is all about.
Yep.
But stay where you are, because we're going to be back after the news with even more water tasting. Now, you said that we're only, 10% through the journey at the moment.
Yeah,
there's
we're just
plenty
warming up.
more of them.
I know this is nothing. If you've got this bit,
so
this is the tricky
excited.
bit. Now I'm going to start blowing you away.
Thank you so much for your questions, by the way. Susan's asked an interesting one, and I hope I can say this right. She says, can you ask your man, please, about Emoto water? Emoto?
Yeah,
What
Dr.
does that
Iamoto.
so she says, water is living. What would be his comments on that?
So Dr. Iamoto wrote a book about water holding memory and water crystals being able to form if you speak kindly to water or you speak badly to water. And Dr. Iamoto was offered $100,000 during his lifetime to recreate his experiences and experiments in controlled laboratory conditions, and he never accepted. So to me, that puts him in a different category.
Okay, right. Rachel says, I always drink sparkling water as I don't necessarily like the taste of still water, but I might give it a try now I've been hearing about all these fancy waters.
Yes, so they're all different and unique, and that's the thing. So there are natural waters that I don't like. So just because it's natural water doesn't mean I like it. This is the beautiful thing about it. We need to learn and discover, and the more you learn, the more you invest, the more you will fall in love with water.
With the sparkling water, so obviously you have a sparkling water.
Is here.
Yes.
Do you want to try it?
Do you find that the carbonation affects the taste?
Wow. So there are 4 levels of carbonation in the world of water: effervescent, light, classic, and bold. 99% of the industry seem to carbonate classic and bold, which is like blows your nose off, and I can't drink it.
Fizzy.
Can't drink it, hurts me, hurts my mouth. So I went with effervescent carbonation with Crag, which is as delicate as we can go. And there are 2 sources of carbonation as well: mechanical carbonation, where the CO2 is added, and natural carbonation, where the water is carbonated naturally by Mother Nature and it comes out of the ground sparkling.
Which is what we're going to try on today's show.
We've got 3 of those to try.
That's the one.
4 of those, 5 of those to try.
Whoa, it keeps on going up.
I'm excited.
Sorry, 5.
They're the ones which I'm really excited
Yeah, well, that's just
for.
when water becomes unbelievable and you can't deny it at that point.
Yeah.
Gary's been in touch and he said, have you seen the advert for the Bear Grylls water filter
Yes.
that sits on your tap?
Oh, I've seen those. as
What's your guests' opinions on that?
So it's just, again, understanding. As long as people understand that tap water is processed before it arrived at your tap, and if you are filtering it, you are adding more processes to that water. As long as you understand that the world of natural mineral spring water has not been through a single process and has been bottled at the source and is the premium of the category and doesn't smell of chlorine because there's no bacteria in it. So as long as we understand that, then happy days, buy what you want.
But what about when you shower?
That's a different story altogether. The body absorbs chlorine incredibly quickly. We soak it up incredibly quickly. It's something to be aware of, and it's a neurotoxin. Chlorine is not something that we should be drinking or consuming, in my opinion.
So do you filter your shower water?
Well, I'm lucky I live on site, so we live with Crag spring water. I shower in Crag spring
shower?
water.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've heard you bottle that one as well.
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
Yes.
Oh, that's mad.
Now, when I lived in Macclesfield 2018...
I mean, no one wants to live in Macclesfield. That's the first one.
Well,
so.
but it was the first time. So we moved to the area of unchlorinated water 2012. 2018, I had a brief period where I lived in Macclesfield for 6 months, and I came out in a rash from head to toe that I knew was down to the chlorine in the water. I went to see the doctor, and they were obviously denying that, and they weren't having that. And in the end, I figured it out, and I realised that it was the bath of chlorine in the water was reacting with my skin. The skin is the biggest organ on our body.
Do you... Right, so if you aren't linked up to the water system
Yeah.
and you shower in your own spring water,
Yeah.
do you have to pay a water bill?
No.
It's just your own thing that
Correct.
you do everything with.
Correct.
I love that. You must save a fortune.
Yeah, no, and the thing that gets me about people's water bills, because if we want to get started on what's going on with English water, that's a whole new programme. It's just awareness is so important, and just how we've been treated with our tap water is, in my opinion,
Is there anything we can do ourselves to shower in better water other than hooking up to our own natural spring?
Oh, look at you, a serious question.
Yeah, I would be if I was dealing with chlorinated water, I would be looking at a shower filter. I would not want to be showering in chlorinated water.
Because I think it is Bear Grylls that has a shower water filter. I think that's.
I'm not sure. I've seen him do the kitchen ones.
I've seen the tap one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the
kitchen
shower
ones,
one.
I'm sure I've seen a shower one.
Well, I
I'll
think a
have look,
shower
but-
filter is a good idea for people, especially if you've got skin issues. If you've got any sort of skin,
I've always thought about this because I have very
It's
bad
just
skin.
annoying, isn't it, really? Because in the UK, we pay so much for our water.
Yeah.
And then we're thinking, well, I'll have to filter it before I drink it, or I can't even drink it.
Yeah.
And even showering it
Yeah.
not very good. But, I
Yeah.
mean, ours has just gone up to £80 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not get political now.
Well, no,
Let's
it's
get
not political. I
tasting
think it's a
some,
really good point, actually, because 20% of that bill is going to shareholder dividend. And another 20% of that bill now is going up so that we can pay for the infrastructure that the people that own these water companies failed and neglected to invest into. So I suggest we need a serious wake-up call in our country, because it's crystal clear we're being led by donkeys, to me, but hum-ho.
crystal clear, unlike our water.
Oh, that's marketing for you, isn't it? Thank you for your questions, and these are really interesting. You can either send your questions through on WhatsApp. The studio number is 0161 511 9555, or if you're watching us on Facebook Live, just put them in the comments and we'll get round to you. So I guess we are going up on stages, aren't
Yes.
we, of the different waters?
So this is a water called Vitel. It comes from France. Everyone knows this water. You've probably seen it
I've seen
around
that
and
before,
about.
yeah.
1,000 TDS. And
Wow,
Okay.
so this is good commercially available bottled water.
well,
Is that-
this is strong or
Okay.
high TDS water. And I've done this. I use this water a lot, and people say to me, "I drank that water on holiday, and it didn't taste like that. What have you done to it?"
Okay.
And I say, "I made you aware it had a taste, and that's all I did." So hopefully, the same thing again. And now it just gets stronger.
Right.
Great radio.
I mean, as soon as that's in my mouth now, I can taste that immediately. Sides, back of your tongue again. Aftertaste, it's bitter.
Definitely an aftertaste. Bitter.
It has-
Yeah, it is.
It has left the roof of my mouth a bit dry.
Yeah, it also
Is that
does have
normal?
a slight drown melt.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this has got more minerals
more minerals,
than the others we've tasted.
and it's the way the minerals interact that make water, that give water the character and the taste.
And more minerals.
But if
equals
you're
better
drinking
water.
cherry cola on a regular basis,
How dare you talk about cherry cola like that?
You're talking about water
it's
here.
very difficult, because our brains have been craving and used to the same.
See, I can smell this.
Good,
but
it has a smell. It
I
does have a
can't
smell.
taste very much
I
on
can
this
definitely
one.
have an
The
after-
other one,
there's an aftertaste.
I could taste the aftertaste definitely. This one,
You're struggling.
there isn't much in this for me.
So more minerals equals better water.
No.
No.
More taste,
More taste.
It
Okay.
does again
which we might not
smell
necessarily like.
Okay.
a bit of
Pers-
iron.
So
Personal
that
preference.
comes down to personal
Correct.
preference.
So
Okay.
if we like cheddar, we both love cheddar. You like mild. I love vintage.
Yeah.
Doesn't make vintage better than mild.
Got you.
It
Got
means
you,
I
got you,
prefer
got you.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what happens in the world of water.
Okay. So
We need a bucket for you.
No, I'm not finding
Not
that
having that one.
at all.
So
no.
you still like the very first water we tasted,
Yeah.
right? That left our mouth dry. That's still a good water.
Correct.
Just I might not necessarily like it as
All
much as
these
the other
waters are
person.
good waters.
Okay, I'm with you.
They're different,
Okay,
and you're going to have favourites.
nice. Should we move on? Next one.
Next one. Okay.
Are we going carbonated yet?
We're going to go carbonated now.
Yes!
This is the one.
I'm excited.
We're gonna
So,
go carbonated.
if you have just joined us and you're wondering what on earth is going on, we are tasting different kinds of water. And you always know it's a good feature when you start getting messages on my own personal phone of my mates tuning in going, this is amazing.
Whoa!
So, Johnny, morning to you. Right. Wow.
It's fizzy.
So this is Vichy
properly fizzy.
Celestine. This is Vichy Celestine, 3,000.
Never heard of her.
300 TDS.
So,
This will blow your mind. If you don't taste this, I'm leaving.
So, this has not been...
That has no
You don't need to swirl it around your mouth.
like
You just drink that.
artificial carbonation.
Nothing. That
This
comes
just comes
which is
out
mad.
Yes,
of
drink
the
it.
rock
Try it.
of the wherever.
Wait till you try it.
That tastes mad.
Oh my goodness!
Tastes mad.
That is... I'm not having that just comes out of the ground like that.
Correct.
How?
I kind of don't like it.
What happens?
Oh yeah, it plays with your mind. Yeah.
What happens? How...
It's a pressurized
How's that
underground
being-
aquifer.
What?
Yeah. And so imagine being a shepherd hundreds of years ago, herding your goats through the hills of France, and you bend down to this water source and you drink
I'm not
it.
having that.
And it's carbonated water.
Surely
That
that
tastes
has been tweaked by man.
This is the power of water, and this is
That
the
is
power of
ma-
what. Thank you. I blow people away on a regular basis.
Genuinely.
That is mad.
Genuinely, okay.
That is mad.
I've not been paid to say this, and I was approaching this with a complete open mind.
Yeah.
That is staggering.
Thank you.
So this here now, it's almost like.
It tastes
do you know
weird.
when?
I can't figure out
Try
what-
to again.
I'm trying to put my
work
finger
out
on
what
what it
this
tastes
is.
like.
And when you're dehydrated and you're not very well,
Yeah.
you can put this powder.
A seltzer.
A seltzer. That is how it tastes.
Does this
yes.
have sodium in it?
Of course. So when in the olden days, before we became controlled by big pharmaceutical
That is
companies,
mind blowing.
we used to heal ourselves in natural spas, and we would pick up minerals and drink different waters, and we would rub muds all over our body, and our body would heal, and it would heal our skin.
It's just.
and this is taking us back to those days, and this is the elites have been drinking these finest waters for hundreds of years.
So does this have more salt in it than?
Well, that one's
any-
particularly high in calcium.
Yeah. Okay.
So
and that's
we're going
what
to do a
gives
salt
it-
one in a minute.
That is that what gives it the like.
Calcium gives it the sweet taste, but there is
Yeah.
quite a bit of salt in there, which gives it that complex
Yeah,
layer
it
flavour.
It tastes thick.
Yes, it is thick. As we get up, it gets heavier. Now, what you have to appreciate is that this is a shock for you. You've been drinking Diet Coke, you've been drinking cherry Pepsi, and what I would say is they are poison, and this is human medicine. And if you get your head round this, eventually, if you can swap that dirty habit for this, you will feel better. And
You
this will
need to
heal
be
you.
watching this now on Facebook Live because
can't-
I hope that my reaction has come across. That I am blown away by that.
That is wild. That
Thank you.
is like naturally fizzy and tastes this different.
And I get to spend my life now showing and
Because-
introducing this to people.
As you said, imagine if you didn't know that this existed and you
Yeah.
were out walking and you
Yeah.
think, oh, I'll just try this. And that comes out
You
of the
think
ground.
if you tasted this, if someone poured you this without you knowing that this had come from a bottle of water, you would think they've put something
Yeah,
in.
100%.
That has got so much taste
Correct.
to it. There's so much going on.
So that
That's
is a
crazy.
naturally occurring energy drink. At
I would have
3,300
that
TDS.
all the time.
Right. So at 3,300 TDS, that's a naturally occurring energy drink without any of the crap of energy drinks. So if you're going to the gym, that's my gym water. That's my evening sipping water. That's my sophisticated beardy water when I'm when I'm done with hydrating with Crag all day long. Something for a bit different, or I fast. I fast for 3 days, 72 hours, once a month. So that water, it tricks the brain into thinking you've just eaten food. And this is the whole point. The brain confuses thirst and hunger. And when we appreciate and understand the power of water and how wildly different they can taste, you will appreciate that you've been eating too much food your whole life, and we're thirsty, we're not even flipping hungry.
Wow.
And that is the message.
So
That's impressive.
even to I mean, even now, it's still
beautiful,
doing
isn't it?
something
You
in
can
my
feel
mouth.
it. Isn't it beautiful?
Weird.
Like,
Yeah.
if I breathe in, I get this sort of savoury air.
Beautiful.
Coming
It's
in.
like you've been
It's
swimming
weird.
and you had got a bit of seawater in your
Yeah,
mouth
yeah,
and
yeah,
you're on
just
holiday.
tastes
And
We're in
even
Spain.
to compare your Crag Fizzy. So
Yep.
yours just has a regular good water taste.
So ours at 120 TDS has hardly nothing like the mineral composition of Vichy Celestine. So ours is neutral
I'm amazed
taste.
by that.
That is mad. That
Right,
is mad.
we will play a song and we will be back with more of these waters. If you're listening now, if you're watching, then share it and let other people know, because genuinely the messages coming through now are people just saying, is it really that different? Genuinely, that one in particular, even now it's like I've got sort of salty breath.
It was also very,
Which is
very
coming in.
fizzy. like I'm not like that is like Coke level fizzy as well, which is mad.
We are joined by a water sommelier.
Sommelier.
I find that really
Sommelier.
hard to say.
I know. I've noticed.
We're just really enjoying this.
Yes,
There's some
very
features
cool.
where you're like, do you know what? We could run this till lunchtime if we needed to.
I was also half expecting when Gareth asked me to come on this, I was very, very skeptical because to me water is water, and I've been educated.
I
Very
think
much so.
all the listeners have. A quick question. You mentioned about having it labelled up, the TDS.
Yeah.
Susan's been in touch and she said that I do tend to buy bottled water. I can't see any mention of the TDS on the bottle.
Yeah.
Why would that be?
Dry residue at source at 180 degrees Celsius is another commonly term for TDS. Why do they use two different terms? I've got no idea. The industry haven't been used to people reading labels, and hopefully this is a new trend now that we're starting where people are reading labels and taking an interest. And I urge everybody, please, when you are buying bottled water, just buy the best water, natural mineral or spring water.
Why did you ask us to bring cheese in and chocolate?
Because so I launched the first water menu in the UK a couple of weeks ago at Upper Pot in Cheshire, and the combination, if we think water is amazing when we're tasting it, you wait till we introduce food.
Well,
it's flipping.
Okay, so I brought in, you said to bring in my favourite cheeses and chocolate. I don't think, a bit like Pepsi Max, you can get better than a classic Cadbury's
That's
Dairy
what my
Milk.
wife would say.
That's the one there. So
He's the best.
I will hand that over to you there. And
Yeah,
now
can you
this
take that,
cheese
Fraser?
here, grab
Yeah.
that, Fraser. And now this cheese I've got,
Yeah. Very strong cheese
I
you brought there,
love
Gareth.
this.
Yeah,
This
very
is-
strong.
Blue cheese.
how'd you say that, Doran?
Son Agur, I think you call
Son Agur.
I
Yes.
You
think.
gotta say.
I
That's
love
how the
this
French
stuff.
say it.
Now, this is not marketing at all, but this is the one that I usually have at Christmas time when it's a special treat. I'll have it on everything.
Gareth treated himself.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Okay.
So I'm going to hand that to you.
Yeah.
Stinking.
And the cheese that you've brought in, Doran.
In Manchego.
Now, I'll be honest, when you mentioned that on the text, I thought it was a wine.
Smells good.
Yeah.
I nearly replied and said, maybe not alcohol in the morning.
No.
And then I checked out, and it's sheep's milk cheese.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's Spanish cheese.
Okay.
And we're gonna try Manchego with a beautiful glass of Vichy Catalan, which is a beautiful Spanish water.
Just as I thought this feature couldn't get any better, you bring out the cheeses. This is just...
You bring out the sheep cheese.
Let's go. Right, glasses,
Right.
gentlemen.
Oh, I'm having such fun.
Now
this
try-
is radio at its
Oh,
best.
carbonated again.
Carbonated, natural carbonation again, 3052
Are we-
TDS. Just try this one on its own before the cheese.
What carbonation style is it? Like you
I would say
mentioned
this is
before.
a classic carbonation.
Okay.
Just try that a little sip.
Whoa, that's salty.
That is... Whoa, yeah.
Wow!
Thank you.
That is very salty.
And thick.
Thick.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Now-
water soup. It's that thick.
Try that with take a bite of cheese.
Okay. Going for this one. This is
Yeah.
like a good one.
Gareth,
Good grief, that is...
take a bite of cheese.
Good cheese.
And try that with the Vichy. So take a bite of cheese and then a swish of wishy
Swishy wishy.
and see what it does.
Oh, I can taste the cheese way more. That's some good cheese, by the way. Let's talk about the cheese a second.
You're my new best friend, Doran.
That's
This is
some cracking.
So I call that
cracking cheese grommet.
a mouth explosion.
It's
almost hard to talk. With the water and the cheese, so the water turns the cheese into like a pate. It's like it turns it into a truffle.
This is like Parmesan, only softer.
Mm-hmm. And I can just eat it without throwing up as well, because I feel like Parmesan. I'm taking a photo of that cheese. That is mega.
Good, isn't it?
That's really good cheese.
Mm-hmm. Now, listeners, if you're enjoying this or not, I don't care, because we certainly are.
Turn off.
This is, wow.
Now, the other water I'd like you to try that cheese with is with a super low TDS water, 14 TDS. So when you finish the Vichy, we're going to try you with a different water with hardly any minerals, because that water with hardly any minerals with the cheese brings out...
This would be fabulous on some crackers as well.
Uh-huh.
Why did we bring crackers?
Well, you did mention crackers.
You didn't say crackers,
you did mention
did
crackers. You did mention. But what do we think of the water and the cheese together? We're getting that. You're understanding the power of water and cheese?
Yeah.
Or food?
Oh.
Right.
What a day.
What a day so far, and it's only 9:26.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh. Wow. So,
It is weird. It tastes it like it does make your mouth feel like it's just like the creamiest cheese ever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
now, my friend Johnny has just texted and said, why don't we organise, me and him, a cheese and water party?
Well, never mind cheese and wine,
isn't it?
But this is what I do. So when I do my water tastings, I introduce food so that people can see the power of it. Now I want you to try the opposite end of the spectrum.
So this is less mineral.
Hardly any, almost distilled water.
There's now in it.
But you wait, this water with the
Carbonated
cheese,
again.
mechanical carbonation. This one.
Oh, okay.
A quick question as well. Somebody's asked. If these waters contain a lot of salt, are you okay to have lots of it, or would that affect your blood pressure and stuff like that?
So I would say that these super high TDS waters are not hydration water. They're special occasion water. They're for sipping. They're for gymming.
Sweeter.
Which one? The one you've just tasted here? Well, this one's got hardly any minerals, but I want you to try it with the cheese, because that's what it's all about. Hardly any minerals. Sharper. Now with the cheese, you try it and see what it does to the cheese.
Oh, bring some more of that cheese over here. That's fabulous.
Good, isn't it,
that
Manchego?
Cheese. Oh.
But so the super low TDS and the Manchego, in my opinion, is crazy.
I don't know how much difference I can taste.
No, it's like it's bitter. It turns it completely bitter. The other end of the spectrum. Whereas that turns it saltier and creamier.
It does actually, yeah.
It turns it bitter and like sharper, like a twist in it.
Great radio.
This is great. All the sipping and the going. That is.
So there is no right, there is no wrong, there is no best, there is no worst. There is different.
So I prefer, out of the carbonated ones, the first one that you gave us, because
Vichy
that for
Celestine.
me, it sort of sits on the verge of being just right. The other one, it was a bit too salty.
Yeah.
I
totally agree.
Too thick.
I prefer Vichy Celestine to Vichy Catalan as well.
Wow.
I want you to try it with chocolate.
That cheese is out of this world.
Yeah? You've never had Manchego before?
Never.
I'm impressed. Good, isn't it?
Never.
I'll tell you another one. Now, my new favourite one. So Manchego used to be my favourite until I met Comte. And Comte, C-O-M-T-E, from Spain. Oh, my God. Comte.
Is it really?
Oh, spectacular. Right, we need chocolate with Vichy, I'm afraid. Vichy Catalan.
Okay.
So dairy, chocolate is normally made with dairy milk.
Yeah.
And when we drink chocolate with
more
milk,
of this.
sorry, when we eat chocolate with milk.
Wow, that is going back to that. Sorry, going back to that after we've just had the other one, with still a bit of cheese residue in my mouth.
Yummy.
That is mad. You can try that water now. The taste is completely different.
Yeah.
Like your mouth tastes different.
And that's what this is about. And this is where the
so
water
much
menu
going on there.
enhances the Epicurean experience. So water menu only enhances tasting food.
So,
Try
this
chocolate.
one now, I'm having is the first
Vichy Catalan.
is the first carbonated one that we had that
No.
I said I liked.
No. We're back onto Vichy Catalan now. That was Vichy Celestine. I want you to try Vichy Catalan with chocolate. So chocolate is normally made with milk. We drink milk and eat chocolate, and they combine into a mush. When we eat chocolate with water,
That's weird.
it changes
That's
the
weird.
texture of, and depending on which water you're drinking it with, will have a different impact.
I don't like that. Actually, it's funky.
Funky.
It's like salted caramel.
I like salted caramel though. It's more the texture than the taste.
Yeah.
It plays with your mind. It's the first time you've ever done it.
Interesting.
But when you
Interesting.
That is mad.
Yeah, I don't like that now.
It is weird.
which
I don't
one?
like that. So
It does completely change the way.
With
It's you know what it is. I think more. It definitely affects the texture in which the water has after you've had a different type of food. That's definitely what it is.
So where would the blue cheese that I brought in fit in?
Please
Is
don't
there
open
some?
that.
No, I think you'd like that, Fraser, because
wanna-
I don't particularly like proper Stilton.
because that cheese is so strong, I would. We can try it. It's not going to do any harm.
How about that with cherry Pepsi Cola? Is that thing that
It's
you
got
like?
chocolate. It's got chocolate on it. Let's try it with some go. I mean, this is so strong. I mean, blimey.
Oh, I'm scared.
Just try it, Fraser, because
You never.
Oh, no!
my
I
God.
nearly dropped it on the
Oh
table.
my
oh, you've dropped it on
Oh
the
my
whole
God! Right.
mixing desk.
Sorry.
It is very, very strong, this cheese. So this is like
never tried it before?
No,
a
and I'm
creamy
scared to
blue
try it.
cheese.
It's shockingly strong.
Just give it a go. You'll be fine.
Ugh,
No?
that is foul.
Is it? Oh, you must be joking. Oh, this
Beautiful.
is a cheese sensation, this
That
one.
is
Yeah,
right.
it's so strong though, isn't it? You can't. Forget about tasting water after that.
Oh, actually. It is very strong, but
Oh, with the water, it's worse.
have I failed on this one?
I think I need
Wow.
some tap water.
Wow, it's like I've got a mouthful of rust. I tell you what's a brilliant palate cleanser.
Oh, it's horrible.
Palate cleanser, my sparkling water.
Yeah,
Right.
get that on the go.
Just drink what's left in
Oh, I
that.
have to.
Rinse your mouth with this.
That is.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah,
is
I won't be
very-
doing Sunagur again.
No, I have it in a can. Okay,
No, it's
so
too strong. Isn't it?
we are water tasting, but mixing it with cheese at the moment. So, if you
get over how
search
foul
out,
that was.
if you
Smell my
search
fingers.
out Crag, Crag Spring, if you search out
Have a whiff.
Crag Spring, it will take you to their website. And you'll be able to, I guess, people can message you, ask for
Simon.
tasting advice
Simon's
and
the man.
stuff. Okay. But if people want to hold their own taste test,
Yes.
they can come to you, can't they?
Yes. Yes, they need
How
to
does
book
that
in.
work?
They just need to book in, and I do water tasting events, corporate events, media events.
All sorts.
I'll just spend the rest of my life talking about it now.
Okay.
Great day out, can I say? That would
It
be a
would
great
be.
day out.
Well, it's for families as well. This is the beautiful
Yeah.
thing. So children pick up on these tastes far better than we do as adults, because children's taste buds are so sensitive and delicate, and haven't had years of abuse of cherry cola and Diet Coke.
And you know
So-
what is weird, by the way? Now that I'm having as a palate cleanser your water,
Yeah.
your sparkling water, and I've just had some chocolate. Tastes very different to the one we did before.
Correct, and this is why now. So hopefully, what we've done here today is maybe opened up the world of water and food for you guys to play with. I'll leave these waters with you so you can play with them.
Have we got more left
yeah,
to taste?
yeah, I've got two more. Well,
Okay,
three more.
I'll
Three.
tell you what.
Get 'em out.
Let's play a song, and we'll be back with the final waters in
Yep.
just a moment. We are on Facebook Live. People say that Fraser's reaction on camera to the blue cheese was a thing of beauty.
I can't.
And I'm still smelling it.
was-
That was
right.
foul.
Gary says maybe Connect Radio could go in a partnership with Crag and do holy water. An interesting one there, which is blessed by, Reverend Tim Hayes.
Yeah, maybe.
He could do it, and we could do
that. And it comes free with some smelly cheese. To really enhance the taste.
Thank you so much, though. Some great questions coming through, and we do hope that you've learnt something. We certainly have. Genuinely, I was thinking, well, I may be able to taste a little bit of difference. I'm still blown away by that first carbonated one. I can't believe that it comes out of the ground like that. And then, I guess, when it comes out of the ground naturally, where does it go to then? Because if it just goes into a normal lake or the sea, it will all be fizzing over. Does that make sense?
So the water comes out of the ground.
Yeah.
And what they do with these naturally carbonated waters is they remove the CO2. And then they package the water and then reintroduce the CO2 so that the CO2 is in a consistent level, which I think is a bit of a shame. So
why would they do that?
Because it's about product consistency. We live in a world of product consistency, I'm afraid.
Wait, so all of those we've just tried,
Yeah.
they've re-added the carbonation?
Yeah, the same carbonation. So it's consistent.
What?
I also think it's easier for them to package it without the carbonation as the water comes out of the ground naturally carbonated.
How can they say that it's natural carbonation then?
Because they store the CO2 in a tank.
And
so
then
the
reintroduce
CO2, correct.
Oh, so it's the same
CO2.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's do another one.
Yes. Okay. So this one is Bujormi from Georgia, 4,000 TDS, and in my opinion, this is normally I would serve this in a spirit glass. It's like a shot almost.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, just
Okay.
neck
It smells strange.
It smells. It's got a strong taste.
Smells like milk.
4,000 TDS. Knock it back. It's probably got more calcium than milk in it.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, that's very salty.
It's like metal.
So remember,
Steeple.
minerals are electrolyte, and this is how we would heal ourselves, drinking these beautiful waters.
Oh, that tastes weird. That
Medicinal almost.
one. Yeah, very medicinal.
Now the next one is even more medicinal, 15,000 TDS.
I am getting the taste of metal girder, train
girder.
track on this.
Iron brew.
Do you think because there's still some remnants of cheese and chocolate that it's altering the taste a bit?
Very strong?
No, because I think when we get to these two, you'll see that this is
This
proper
one,
bitter.
this
That's
one has
interesting.
bits in.
Yeah, you can see the magnesium in Donut MG.
A person's asked, and this is a great question. They've said that if you're drinking salty water, does that not make you more thirsty? And it's just this vicious circle of drinking water because you're thirsty from the water.
No, so you need to try that. So
Smells.
potassium and sodium are the main electrolytes that we need when we're working out. So sodium, if we're working out, is a brilliant electrolyte water to be drinking.
That smells
Try it.
very
You need to
different.
try it.
Ooh.
Try it. Wait, but express what
Now-
you're trying.
As
Whoa.
you said, this is almost a tonic. Now, your camera
That's
has gone
crazy.
funny, Fraser.
Oh, has it?
I don't know why,
Might have got
but
off.
I can't get your full reaction on this. I was sort of trying to shake a hand, and
It's a reaction that
Right.
you want as well.
so this one here.
It's dead.
Donut
Okay,
MG.
right. TCP.
Correct.
TCP, that is
TCP.
exactly what it tastes like.
This tastes like my grandma and granddad used to smell.
Correct. So
Why is that?
because
That's weird.
where do we think TCP got that taste and flavour from?
From this?
Well, from waters
What?
that healed us.
I don't like
This is how we used to heal. These used to be our
That is.
I don't like that at all.
Well, no. So this isn't. So for me, I don't drink that because I like it. I drink it because it's got 1,000 milligrams of magnesium per litre, and it's incredibly good for digestive health. So I have waters from Italy and Spain that are medical grade spring waters and are on their National Health Services.
No
Oh.
way.
Correct.
Really?
Any water that has in Italy and Spain that have claims, have proven scientific claims, are then classified as medical grade waters.
Wow,
So
I didn't know that.
this,
That's impressive.
you would not want to drink bottles of this a day.
No. I'll drink a shot of that a day. That's it, and I don't enjoy it, but it's for health.
It's very, very. So
Oh, I'm shotting
This literally comes out of the ground like that.
Correct. They all do.
That's strange.
Oh, man, that
Very
is,
weird.
I can't.
If you were to boil this up in a kettle and make a tea out of it,
Wow.
what would happen?
Okay, so I do cups of coffee with Vichy Catalan for coffee roasters,
Right.
at 3000 TDS. And the difference between that and a super low TDS water is a super low TDS water just looks like a clean cup of coffee, but this, when it's boiled in a cup of coffee, gives you a rainbow of the minerals on top.
Wow.
Like oil.
Correct.
Wow.
An oil slick.
And it completely changes the taste of the coffee into a nuttier, richer taste just by
Yeah,
changing
I
the water.
can't-
This
can't-
one is weird.
I just shot at it.
Yeah,
I
neck
can't
it.
imagine
Neck it.
that
just,
being...
just knock it back.
Right.
Knock
Mate,
it
if you
back.
drink Roller Cola, you can drink anything.
Knock it back.
Sorry, cherry, not Roller.
That's not knocking it back. You were sipping it.
That puts hairs on your chest.
Yeah. That
So-
is like.
That gives you the health benefits of what again?
So that's got. So if you look on the bottle here, it's
Digestion.
digestive claims on Donut MG with the magnesium, but there is loads of publicity at the moment. Magnesium's a bit of the health buzzword at the
I
moment.
have it anyway.
Okay, there you go.
So
Brain
I
focus.
have tablets of magnesium every day.
So this is natural magnesium, so you don't have to take the tablet.
That's, I mean, that is horrible to drink.
Yeah.
But,
It's not nice.
do you know, you could certainly bear it if you were thinking,
If you did a
well,
shot of that a day,
it's a health kick.
Correct.
It's
I could do
fine.
that every morning.
Correct.
Yeah.
I would rather take that, where the magnesium has naturally dissolved in the water over hundreds or thousands
Yeah.
of years, than some corporate electrolyte
Yeah.
sachet that is what? What is it? It's
yeah.
potassium, sodium mainly. Well, that's natural. That's been blended by Mother Nature.
Now, when was the last time that you had a Coke Zero?
Years. Couldn't even. Your Coke Zero, and I'm sure I even had one.
So I've got one in my car.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is to play a song, and we're going to come back, and you're going to do a taste test.
We've got one more water, haven't we?
Oh,
to
right.
try?
Okay, so...
Oh, we've got a Perrier as well, yeah.
Right.
Let's try that.
Get those ready.
Yeah.
Should we play a song and then
Let's
come
just
back?
try the
Right,
Perrier
yeah.
now, come on.
Try the Perrier now.
So the reason Perrier is interesting is it's the hardest carbonation level of any water I know. It's natural carbonation. Again, I can't drink Perrier. It blows my nose off. But it's just to
Oh, just 'cause it's so
demonstrate-
fizzy?
Yeah, because it's so bold in its carbonation.
Sharp. fizzy.
Sharp, hurts, painful, 456 TDS.
wow.
Thank you.
Tastes very different.
Is there any rule against how high the carbonation can be?
Yeah. Well, classic and bold
Right.
are the highest level of carbonation. Effervescent is the lowest. That's why I did Crag at effervescent, because I just think at effervescent you can
Tastes like
drink
cardboard.
It's just not pleasant for me.
So that is
Yeah, it's nothing in that. Really,
that
is
is a type of water. What does that? So that doesn't have very many minerals. In
Yeah, it does.
That's a-
456.
Oh, it does.
That's got a lot of minerals,
in
but
it.
because the carbonation is so heavy, you can't even taste the
No.
minerals. It's
Wow.
just blends into
So that's because like Perrier is a fairly
massive.
fairly big
Yeah.
Massive
brand,
brand.
and yet they're good mineral water.
Yep. But they've just
Interesting.
been caught in France with a massive Perrier scandal. So in France, you're not allowed to use any treatment. No treatments are permitted at all in natural water. Perrier were caught treating the water because of, I think it was a forever chemical issue that they were having, and they've been fined by the French government. Now, it's a great story because it shows in a way that the waters are being policed in France. But if this was happening in the UK, no one's policing it.
Wow.
So
we've got one more water left. Is that
No.
right?
No, that's
or is
it,
that
done,
a lot?
finished.
Oh,
That's
wait,
the end of
you
my
had
show.
this one.
Is
Oh,
that
I've had the Perrier.
Perrier?
Yeah.
That's the end of the show.
So, well, we've still got 15 minutes left yet. But what I'm going to do is to play a song. I'm going to go down to my car,
Wow.
get you out a Coke Zero.
I thought it was cherry cola. You promised me.
I've not got cherry cola
All
on
right,
me.
I've definitely never had cherry cola.
Oh, what a shame.
No.
That would be a taste
I can
sensation.
imagine what it would
I
taste
think
like.
that would change your whole career.
Can you imagine he ditches it all?
He just goes, forget this.
It's been a
water."
lie. It's all been a lie.
There's not a chance. Not
So,
a chance.
what we're going to do is play a song and then come back with giving you a taste test of your own, which will blow your mind, whether or not that's in a positive way or a negative way.
Let's go.
I'm not quite sure. But if you would, well, a person asking actually, is there a list of these waters that we can see so we can go and buy them? So I tell you what, if you can text me when we finish the list of the waters, we'll put that on the video description on YouTube, and of course we'll put all the links to Crag Spring. And again, if you want to experience this yourself, maybe as, do you know, like a stag do, maybe a hen party. That'd be really interesting, where it is like sort of trying all these different waters and it is a taste sensation. Then we will put that on the video as well, and I'll be back in a moment with some Coke Zero. Well, it's been an absolute eye-opener this. We have loved it, and thank you for your questions. I have got it here. What is going to affect your career, Doran? Because you'll just... I think what you'll think is that actually, rather than natural stuff, I want to pump a load of chemicals into my body and support the mega industry, which is Coca-Cola.
Do you know what I love about that can in your hand?
Go on.
Look at the traffic light system.
Look at it.
What is that indicating to you?
Beautiful. It's saying, usually, stop, but with this, go forth. Now, I will hand this over to Fraser. He can pour it out. Now, we've been having our reactions to water. You genuinely haven't ever had Coke Zero?
No, I had a Coca-Cola full fat a few months ago, or no, probably about a year ago, because I was doing like a little mini series of people were suggesting drinks for me to try, and then I was filming my reaction. But I don't think I've had Coke Zero. I mean, the fact that we've got 4 green traffic lights on a system with 5 traffic lights on it, and 4 of them are green, showing you that, to me, if you landed on planet Earth and you didn't know,
It's good for you.
you'd think that's good for
It's
you.
healthy.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd healthy.
It's healthy.
You would, wouldn't you?
That is part of your
Shocking.
5 a day.
Shocking.
So I've been
Shocking.
told.
Shocking.
All right, come on, neck it.
Right. Now, what you should be tasting here...
Smell that.
Now, what you should be tasting here
Yeah,
is
go on.
sort of artificial sweeteners.
Yeah, caramel.
Caramel,
Sounds good, that.
carcinogenic stuff potentially.
Aspartame.
Yeah. All that kind of stuff,
Petrol.
which has been proven to put hairs on your chest.
He's loving
So,
this.
give it a go
He's so excited.
and see what you think, okay? Now, be careful with the reaction. We are live.
It's just the smell, right? Just start with
What
the
do you reckon?
smell of it.
I know
The
it's
smell
so
of it.
beautiful,
Taste,
isn't it?
taste that natural
It's appalling.
carbonation.
Now, that has been carbonated by a load of blokes in a factory. And
With a
that
big soda
has
stream.
been, that has probably been travelling through taps in the factory for 15 minutes at least. What do you reckon?
So the smell is appalling. The taste is so sweet, and this is the problem. If we're drinking these drinks thinking that that's a normal taste, then really it's just damaging our taste buds, and now the aftertaste is
It's
just
nice,
sugar.
isn't it?
Have a bit
It's
of that
nice.
and then some
It's
cheese,
nice.
and you'll
No,
really
no, no.
taste
So
it.
no, to me it's just so sweet. I could not drink that if you paid me. If you paid me 500 quid to finish that can, I wouldn't drink it.
500.
I bet
I
you
wouldn't drink
would.
it.
What's
Not a
the
chance.
minimum?
I
What's the
wouldn't.
minimum?
No, I don't think I could.
Okay.
I don't think I could drink
Now,
it. That's
that
the
is
problem.
always, I find that what really heightens the taste buds, a full pack of Haribo. Now, if you have that,
wait.
it always
Wait
helps.
a second. This is Coke Zero, so this is meant to have no
yeah.
sugar in it.
Yeah, beautiful.
That is...
Like genuinely, like
that
and
has
so-
no calories, no sugar. That will basically
Holy
reverse
Grail.
the aging process.
Correct.
So if you drink
And-
lots of that
and
by
it's got-
next week,
and it's got 0.01 grams of salt in it.
Yeah.
So hydration.
It's
There you
healthier
go.
than Vichy Catalan.
it's
Yeah.
good. There you go. So I think you've opened up our eyes, but boy, have we opened up yours as well.
He knows he's never
Thank
going to
you.
buy a Coke ever again.
you.
You know, though, Doran,
Yeah.
genuinely, thank you so much for driving over an hour to be with us this morning, and we have learnt so much.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I knew that there was a difference between tap and bottled water, but I didn't know that there was such a difference in the taste and those little intricate things that you mentioned to us. So
I
it's
think-
been really interesting.
I think the biggest thing for me was tasting it with like cheese and food, because it does dramatically, like, then I tasted that cheese, the good cheese again. I mean, I liked it. Yeah, sure, it was cheese, but it did taste different to when we were tasting it with water. And I don't think the average person would ever do this. So genuinely, I would suggest doing a little tasting session, because it will blow your mind.
I just think the most impressive thing was the first naturally carbonated one I tried.
Vichy
And I
Celestine.
was just like, I can't
So
believe
weird.
that this is actually a thing. So, cragspringwater.co.uk is where you can go to. The Taste Award 2023. What happened with 24 and 25?
So 2022 was the first time we entered. That was in Hollywood, and we won a silver for the sparkling.
Okay.
Second time was in Athens, 2023. We won a... Now I've got the years wrong. We won... in Athens, we won... What did we win? God, we won another a silver for the gold and silver for the sparkling. And then last year in San Sebastian, we won a gold for the can design. Which is on the can, which is that medal there.
Nice.
And then last year we didn't win anything. This year we didn't win anything in Atlanta.
Their loss, not yours.
Yeah.
Well, life, innit?
Tough competition.
We're all winners.
We are. But thank you so much. And if you go to the website, cragspringwater.co.uk, presumably people can get in touch and can potentially book to come and have a tasting with you.
Yeah, and they can also... we've got unfortunately, we have a waiting list at the moment for Crag Springwater customers. So any new inquiries... Simon's the man. Simon, you deal with Simon. He's beautiful in the office. And Simon will sort you out.
One final question. What would be the one water that if you had to drink that
He's
forever,
obviously going to say his own.
would it be the Crag?
Yeah, well, only because it changed
You
my
own it.
life. I own it.
Yeah.
It changed my life. And at 120 TDS, I can glug it. And it's my glugging water. So... and it's reusable glass. So we're kind of doing something that is hopefully making a difference environmentally, locally as well. So we deliver to this area, by the way. So we deliver in reusable glass to the whole of Greater Manchester, and that's
But
it.
if you are further afield, you can order from the website, but there could be a waiting list. Is that
Yeah,
right?
or the Modern Milkman. So the Modern Milkman have 20 depots around the country. They sell our water as well in reusable glass bottles.